And you
Okay, we are live.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good. All right. I call this meeting to order at 7:03 p.m. Thank you all for joining. I really do appreciate your time. Let's go ahead and start with the agenda. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Alicia,
Could you strike ARC allocations? They just closed, so we're still waiting on allocating. And two, could you add a discussion item to talk about Tyra and why she can't be promoted to be a panelist?
it's a personnel matter.
Could we make an executive session then?
That would have to be up to Tyra if she wants to talk about it as a.
She does. And you can promote her to ask if you'd like.
I know it's going to be back from the advisors.
Yeah, if you want to add an executive session to your agenda, then you need to move to add it and then take a vote.
She wouldn't, Tyra wouldn't be part of the executive session. So. Do you still, Alicia, do you still want to have the discussion as a council?
Yes, I move to add an executive session discussing Tyra's position as TSR.
I second. Okay, all in favor, please raise your hands. And then Lucy, would you be able to lower your hand really quick? Oh, sorry, I didn't say, Alicia, motion, Jonathan seconds, then all of it, so 1, 2. Okay. So we have, okay, thank you, please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. With 11 to 0 to 0, that's approved. Thank you. Okay, other amendments, let's go to Lucy.
Can we please try capital contingency?
Okay, and then let's go to John.
May I please strike TGMF allocations and add a discussion item regarding incomplete notations?
Okay, is that all our amendments to the agenda for today? And then listening to John, can you please lower your hands? Thank you. Listening, okay. Okay, awesome, last calls for amendments. All right, let's go ahead and approve the agenda. Can I have a motion? Yeah, John.
Motion to approve the agenda?
Okay, John, motions, can I have a second? Can I have a second?
I second.
All right, Jonathan motions, Mason seconds, all in favor, please raise your hand. Please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. With a 9 to 0 to 0 vote, that is approved. Thank you. Okay. So moving forward, let's go ahead into the approval of the minutes. Hope everyone got a chance to review those. Are there any edits? Anything needs to be changed there? Okay, can we have a motion to approve the minutes from last time?
I motion to approve the minutes.
Jonathan motions,
I second.
80 seconds, all in favor, please raise your hand. Please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. With a 10 to 0 to 0 vote, that is approved. Thank you. Okay. Before moving into public comment, we'll go ahead and have Hannah sworn in our new and latest facilities commissioner, just so that Liza's vote can count for going forward.
Awesome. Okay. Hi. Is my new commissioner ready? Yes. Hello.
Hi, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. So I state your name,
I, Nalaya Canary,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will,
that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
support the Constitution and the bylaws
support the Constitution and the bylaws
of the Undergraduate Students Association of UCLA,
of the Undergraduate Students Association of UCLA,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
promote, maintain, and extend
promote, maintain, and extend
the worth, value, and name of the University of California.
the worth, value, and name of the University of California.
Awesome. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo. Awesome, awesome. And now you're counts, yay, okay, cool. Okay, so now with that, we'll go ahead and enter public comment at 7:09 PM. Thank you, Hannah, as well. I appreciate you coming out here to do that. Okay, so public comment, reminder of our community guidelines. Child identity is not individuals, gender inclusive and respectful language, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from accountability. Each speaker will give in 2 minutes and the opportunity to speak once. Okay, so let's go ahead and see who is here for public comments. We don't have anybody in person, so we're gonna go to Zoom. So let's start with Clara, there, sorry.
Hello. Okay. Hopefully this is working. But hello, I'm Clara. Just want to do super quick update on what CalPERG is doing. Basically right now we are in our pledge fundraising drive for winter quarter. We have signed up 569 new dues paying members out of our goal of 1,000. And then secondary update, our plastic bag ban campaign is based off of trying to pass a legislative bill. 2 bills are going to be introduced for that on Thursday, one in the Assembly and one in the Senate. So that's super exciting. We're going to do a press conference as well as like some events on campus. But yeah, that's just what we're doing right now. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your meeting.
Thank you, and congrats on signing up that big amount of people, honestly, don't know how you'll do it. Okay, moving on to our next public comment, looks like we have Eli.
Hi, it's Ellie. My name is Ellie, and I'm a senior here who worked in student media, and I would like to appeal to USAC to re-examine my dismissal from the Daily Bruin. As some know, I was dismissed for speaking out as a Jewish person against the ongoing aggression killing my loved ones and their families in Palestine. I have lost more families and names than I can list in the 2-minute time slot. To quote the Daily Bruin themselves on their social media response to my termination, the Daily Bruin does not reprimand, discipline, or remove contributors for their beliefs or opinions. However, the managing editor and news editor told me I had to leave the Daily Bruin because speaking out against the current aggression in Palestine, which they called a quote unquote controversial issue, is, in their words, quote unquote, unacceptable. I was also told a reporter from the Daily Bruin surveilled me at protests for Palestine without my knowledge and falsely accused me of certain behaviors. I was accused of telling protesters not to speak with the Daily Bruin, which I will attest I did not do prior to my termination, and was also falsely accused of slandering the Daily Bruin. I did not break any Daily Bruin guidelines while speaking in support of a ceasefire, as Daily Bruin writers, according to their guidelines, can speak on nonpartisan causes but are barred from writing on the topic. With these actions in mind, I think it is clear my termination was a direct consequence for my position against the siege on Gaza. I ask USAC to revoke the retaliation I received. I'd like to work for another news magazine at UCLA and receive credit for workshops I was told I would have to redo due to my dismissal. More than anything, I'd like to put this behind me as I fight for my dear friends and their families in occupied Palestine. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I'm not going to lie, it was a bit muffled on my end, and I'll be reviewing the recording later to hear your recommendations of what you would like USAC to take action on. But I do believe what we can definitely do is how we expressed earlier, potentially reaching out to our communications appointments that we appointed through USAC. We do have, I believe, 2 or 3 appointments that we can reach out to and set up a meeting to further discuss this. But if possible, I will review the recording later, but can you give us a point of contact to reach out to you in the Q&A?
Yeah, sorry, I'm typing it out right now.
Thank you, I really do appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, is anybody else here for public comment? Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and close public comment at 7:14 PM. Thank you all for your time, I really do appreciate it. Moving forward, we are gonna go into funding. So starting with our first funding, we have contingency programming.
Yeah, hey everyone. So this week we had a total contingency programming request of 26,450, and we recommend an allocation of 11,634 and 2 cents for 51 non-USAC entity and 1 USAC entity related events. Happy to answer any questions, and I will also paste these amounts in the chat right now. They're also on the universal spreadsheet.
Thank you. Okay. So, do we have a motion? Please.
I
Hi,
motion,
oh, sorry.
sorry,
Go ahead.
I motion, I move to approve the allocation, the contingency programming allocation of $11,634.02 for 51 USAC entities and 1 USAC entity related events.
Can I have a second?
I second.
All right, making a motion, Jonathan seconds, all in favor, please raise your hand. Please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. With an 11-0 vote, that is approved. Thank you. All right, SFS allocation, Shane.
Hi. So for SFS allocations, we had a total requested amount of 4,642 and a total allocation of 1,740 to 0 USAC applicants and to 5 non-USAC entities.
Okay. Is there any opposition? All right, then that is approved. If you can, do you write it in the chat for Sydney? If Sydney needs it, I can, yeah, that, just to preface.
Gotcha.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, now moving to SDVC programming fund allocations. Janice?
Hi, everybody. So this week, the SWC programming run received a request from one USAC entity for $750, and then requests from 3 non-USAC entities for $1,977.58. And then we recommend $0 in allocation to the USAC entity, and then $477.58 to the 3 non-USAC entities. And I can drop that in the chat.
Thank you. Is there any opposition? That's approved. Awesome. All right, now moving to back. Eva?
I will be doing it for Eva because she's not, she's actually flying right now, so I guess that airplane Wi-Fi is really good that she's able to connect, but, let me see, she sent it to me, so bag had, and, let me see, 8,279 to 8 non-USAC entities.
Okay, thank you. Any opposition? Perfect, that's approved. All right, now moving to grassroots organizers for working students grant allocation. Eva?
I'm sorry, I think I was supposed to strike that off the agenda, my apologies.
No allocation.
No allocations for now.
Thank you. No opposition to that as well. Now moving to ASRF allocation, Sujana.
Hi, yes, last week, AAC allocated $2,245.21 to 2 non-USAC entities. And I'll send that now.
Okay, is there any opposition there? Amazing. All right, that is allocated. Okay, now moving to TGIF.
Hi, the Green Initiative Fund allocated $41,000 and $41,018 to one non-USAC entity and two USAC entities.
Okay, thank you. And then moving to BOD allocations. Was there anything, Sarah? Oh, is there not here? My bad. Sorry. No allocations then for BOD. Okay, moving forward, we have a special presentation. We have a special presentation for the transit corridor breakdown of alternatives 1 through 6 presentation. I'm guessing Eva has a staff member.
Yes, I am in communication with Eva's staff right now. Let's see, I think she probably has a staff member. Let's check or maybe attendees.
If there are any staff members from EVP, can you please raise your hand?
Thanks, Megan.
I do not think there are any. I think we can I move to table this for next week?
Okay. Personally, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on, and if they just come in, then
I will let you all, I will let you all.
here. All right, so now we'll go to appointments. We have 2 appointments for the student conduct board. They are both consent items. So do Art have a statement for both of them, and then we'll just, we'll ask for any opposition?
We do have statements, and then we can also present the votes as well.
Okay, thank you.
For Vivon, ARC voted 3-0. Statement reads, Vivon provided a very professional and empathetic interview. He's very committed to giving his unbiased opinion when coming across conduct cases, but also advocating for students' rights. As an international student, he understands the lack of accessibility and awareness that students would have for conduct codes and is committed to spreading awareness about student resources related to them. He emphasized that as a freshman, he would be heavily committed to the role for the remainder of the term and for the foreseeable future.
Thank you.
I can do are we gonna?
Oh, we're gonna do it separately. Okay. So any opposition for Vivi? Or, yeah. All right, that was approved. Congratulations. And now we'll move to the second appointment.
So the second appointment was Roz Darrier, for the student conduct board. They were voted with, she was voted with a 3-0 vote, all 3 in favor. And our ARC statement is, during her interview, Roz provided a very clear and compassionate centered approach to the work that she would do as part of the student conduct board. As a transfer student, Roz has an understanding of the varied backgrounds that students at UCLA are coming from and is committed to ensure she uses this thinking to guide her work on the board. With her varied experiences and her inclusive perspective surrounding conduct, ARC believes that she would make a great fit to the student conduct board.
Thank you. Is there any opposition? That appointment is approved as well. Thank you all so much. All right. So now we'll be moving into officer reports. Still no one's come into the Zoom meeting, right? No, I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so go ahead into officer reports. I'm gonna keep it brief. Attended a UCLA alumni leadership conference and got to talk about the different initiatives that are occurring in various offices. Attended NC's meet and greet with Jonathan and got to engage with various the BOD appointment alongside other people there. We had our first downtown programming committee meeting. We also had our first meeting for the South Bay implementation committee. Also hosted our first town hall for academic organizations. Definitely got some ideas that I think will be good for the remainder of this quarter and going into next quarter, and hope to continue those. So if you can come, definitely recommend getting to hear from students. Definitely a great platform to do it. Besides that, we also posted today some of my remaining appointments and helping to get election board staff with a collaboration host with ASUCLA. Hopefully that drives some engagement. We're doing a giveaway for 10 sprinkles cupcakes. So if you want to enter, go ahead and head over to their Instagram. Besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Megan.
Hi. Okay. I'm still writing them, but I will also say them verbally as well as type them out. The Appointments Review Committee conducted 1 ARC interview since the last USAC meeting for the position of Student Conduct Committee. We currently have 0 scheduled for this week. Congratulations to Naomi for finishing her Student Conduct Committee positions, her appointments. I'd also like to thank her for the new post highlighting the Communications Board Appointments, Student Fee Advisory Committee, and Distinguished Teaching Awards Committee. We did host our off-campus housing fair in the Grand Ballroom last Wednesday, so big shout out to student media, to Josh, Lauren, and Kristen for organizing. It was very successful. We had over 300 attendees, and the participants seemed much more happy about it than last year. Last Friday, Josh attended the ASCCLA entities meet and greet and spoke with some of you all. Thank you. Last Friday, my general events director also attended a meeting with I think it was another USAC office about a potential resource fair in the spring. I haven't finished writing the rest of it, but my admin relations committee is hosting, oh, thank you, Sujana, is hosting another administrative meet and greet on Wednesday, February 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So please send someone from your office. We also held our exec meeting, our all staff meeting this week. So if you're interested in coming to that, please reach out to me or Josh. We're currently working on proposals for our IVP housing rent relief fund, and then the partnership fund as well. I believe those are the only two proposals we are thinking about doing for this round of surplus. And I will type out the rest of my updates in my report.
Thank you. And then Eva? Question mark?
Eva's updates are in the same doc she has as always.
Awesome. Okay, Katie?
Hi everyone. All my stuff in the written report, but just a little update. We held our all staff meeting on Sunday during the rain, although we tried to meet on Zoom because Sunday was pretty crazy, but we're trying to finalize forms of prize for our Black History Month essay contest. And we are also deciding on the ideal location to reach students who are interested in our financial literacy night. And the rest you can find on our on my written report.
Thank you. Okay, now moving to Gabby.
Hi everyone. Everything's on the written report.
Thank you. Jonathan?
As always, most of my stuff is in the written report, but I want to highlight some things. My office will be publishing a midterm report, just highlighting the work that my office has done so far for the year. We attended the meet and greet. I attended it with Naomi. That's great. Did the ARC interview. We're still putting masks as like usual. I'm happy to see a lot of people with masks here. Should put my on. Bruin Worldwide, I'm very excited that now that we have our director fully on board, and I'm very excited that we're going to restart that program fully, and it's getting full steam ahead. So I'm excited to be able to bring that buddy system back. Bruin Resources, we are planning 2 events for this quarter. We're planning a meeting in professional workshop with connecting new organizations. We are also working and collaborating with some USAC offices, and I'm very excited for what we're going to be able to cook up this quarter. Room representation, I had the opportunity to meet with UC Berkeley ASUC senators to discuss a bicameral resolution that we hope to start drafting within this month, and hopefully I will present it next month. Just establishing the need that there is to establish a Latinx resource center on both of our campuses, especially since there's a lot of difficulties that both students on our respective campuses are facing that are just very similar. And we're just reaching out to ASUCLA facilities as well as the Bruin Court office again, just to pick up on those conversations of the digital Bruin Court. Yeah, the rest will be on my document goals.
Thank you. Now passing it to Sujana.
Hi, I have a written report, but a couple things. I think one of the biggest things happening this week is the incomplete notation, but that can come up on the discussion item. Besides that, Access and Equity is planning several things, including a resource fair in collaboration with IVP that is intended to be summer focused. One is like helping students get employment, so hopefully bringing in like local employers or internship opportunities, but also focusing on students who may be food or housing insecure when the school year ends, and hopefully kind of focusing it specifically in that direction. We also met with bookstore representatives as well as librarians, etc., to discuss and plan a survey that is going to circulate between faculty to get their feedback on the Bruin One program as well as their use of OERs. open educational resources and how we can work with them to bring down, the cost of textbooks again, and just to work with implementing Bruin One, and everything. And just yeah, I think besides that, the biggest thing is definitely incomplete notations, and everything else on my written report.
Awesome, appreciate it. Campus Events Commission.
Hello, everyone. Everything's on the written report. The only thing I wanted to announce is that we have our Lisa Frankenstein screening tomorrow, which is in the Landmark Theater, which is in Westwood at 7 p.m. And that's it.
Thank you. Also, I very much enjoyed AfroFest. Going next, we have Community Service Commission.
Hi everyone. Also have a written report, but just want to shout out we're having nonprofit networking night this Thursday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Ackerman Grand Ballroom. We have a great program lined up. We have a keynote speaker who an alumni panel, as well as a bunch of networking opportunities with nonprofits who are looking for interns, or even have open jobs for those who are graduating. So yeah, if you're interested or if you know anyone who's interested, do direct them to our event. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Awesome. Cultural Affairs Commission.
Hello, I have yet to write them on my written report, but I'll do so right afterwards. Tomorrow we're having a Lunar New Year celebration in the art gallery, from 6 to 8. We will be having lantern making, bingo, and some giveaways. And then I believe Friday the 9th, if I'm correct. Yeah, we're gonna have a teeny desk with an artist called Tonali. He is a producer and he will be joining us from 6 to 8 in the office where we have teeny desks. But tomorrow, sorry, I'm blanking, is kickoff. So start off Hip Hop Appreciation Month and Hip Hop Congress by visiting us at Broome Plaza. Hopefully, not hopefully, we will have lowriders there. We will have merch, giveaways, food. It'll be really fun. And then next week we will have our workshop, which will be a dance workshop in Kaufman. The post will detail the exact room, but yeah, just keep on the lookout at UCLA HHC and at Cultural Affairs. Next week, what else do we have? We'll also have a Valentine's Day themed Word on Wednesday. So next Wednesday, Valentine's Day. If you want to come by yourself, with someone, whatever, with your friends, it should be cute. It should also be art centered. So we're just finalizing the details of what the art will be. Let me think. I'm working with my historian in my interns component to establish some archives and organize some archives for CAC, which means like I'm also working with them on reaching out to previous staff, previous commissioners. That being said, we're planning a networking event with some of our previous directors and staff who now work in the entertainment industry. So we're just finalizing the outreach for that. This quarter, ARC applications for funding closed last Friday, and we are reviewing them this week, and scheduling hearings this week. What's it called? But the ARC application for staff closed Sunday. So we're also, the other component of ARC is working on getting through those applications and hiring staff. Let me think. We're planning a Rock Noir event for the beginning of March / end of this month in collaboration with working with the TGIF fund. So I'm just finalizing communication with TGIF to see about our allocation to contract this artist. And then towards the end of the month, we're also planning a collaboration with the TSR and the African Student Union to have a Black History Month gallery, and then a workshop for an art workshop that week as well, and a spoken word, the Word on Wednesday with a panelist to talk about what's it called? Prison reform and the prison industrial complex. And then I'm just blanking, I'm sorry. And then y'all know HHC dates. So after workshop will be fashion show on the 22nd. After fashion show will be film and panel, which I can't wait to reveal who it will be because it will actually blow your minds. After that, we'll have explosion on the 8th, no, the 7th. And yeah, I will give more updates about events past that in the coming weeks.
Looking forward to it. All right, facilities commission.
Hi, everyone. I have a complete written report, but I also wanted to highlight a few things. So the Sustainagoals project will be promoting the Kirchhoff reusable mug program next Wednesday, Valentine's Day at Kirchhoff patio. There will be sustainable prizes to incentivize people to download the Reuse app. And if y'all don't already have it, you should definitely download it and start using it at Kirchhoff Coffee House. We also received an update from UCLA Transportation regarding UPass use and renewal as of February 1st. Over 13,000 students did order their pass for the winter quarter, and we have a couple numbers for individual taps that were recorded for the top 10 agencies. It was super exciting to get to see these numbers, but for the Big Blue Bus, there have been over 110,000 taps. For Metro, there have been over 96,000 taps. For Culver City Bus, there have been almost 16,000. So seeing all those numbers was really, really, really incredible. We are also, our Environmental Justice Now project met with Westwood Farmers Market recently. We'll be tabling for Healthy Streets LA to increase voter turnout and promote the Students for Safer Streets. Also working with EVP's Bruins Vote, and they will be ramping up operations as we're getting closer and closer to the elections. Something that is definitely very notable is I met with USAC recently to discuss office space allocations for the 2024 to 2026 period. The applications will be released within the next few weeks, and the goal is to have office space allocated by the time the USAC elections have been decided in May. USAC, it will also be hiring committee members. I also have been meeting with a few with TJF and TSAB and planning on introducing myself to the rest of the committees that Facilities Commission is meant to chair. And most importantly of everything, my office and I also read the article that Daily Blurin released recently regarding CAE's understaffing and the way that it's been incredibly harmful for students with disabilities. We will be working closely with the Office of IVP on outreach methods and trying to make sure that this can't continue and see how we can support our students with disabilities.
Amazing, thank you. And I did see that article as well. Would definitely love to help support in either way. All right, awesome. So now let's move on. Sarah is not here, so we'll go to Janice.
Hi everyone. No major updates today. I have my written report as always, and the main thing is just that the peer support lounge continues to be opened. It's just our room, Kirkhoff 308, and no fun food this week, but still an open space. We have waters and like free drinks, a microwave, a printer, all the different things that a student might need. So feel free to come on by. Hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 10 to 5. And thank you. That's all.
A printer, you said? I love that. Okay, so now we'll be moving forward to Adam. Do you have anything you want to say verbally? I mean, we added the written report as well.
Hi, no, it's on in the written report. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, moving forward, let's go to Orlando.
I should just go to the podium. So I don't have much updates, just the tried and true student region coming next week. That's still going full force. I'm still finalizing the location and everything. So big thank you to EVP office and Eva helping out. And so I believe I got an email from her, so I will schedule the USAC meeting with the student region. I'm just coordinating with GSA, and as soon as I get their date, I'll be able to schedule that. Should be tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you. Moving to Jessica.
Hello, not many updates, but just wanted to share that we have a lot of great programs coming up by ASUCLA Presents. So Please, if you're around the union, check them out. We also have signups open currently for a ping pong tournament, which is going to be really exciting. So there's doubles and also singles. So if you have a friend and you want to be enter into this ping pong tournament, the winners are each going to get a $150 gift card to the UCLA store. So please sign up if you have any interest. It's kind of fun and something new that we've never done before. So, and you might get to, meet some new students that make new friends, get to know people. So yeah, come sign up and join us.
All right. Let's go ahead, Jonathan. Oh, actually, wait.
I was gonna say, I'm not there, but you forgot. I actually don't have, I am feeling better. I just, over the weekend, got an eye infection. So yeah, 2024, I'm over it. But I should be back in person next week. And then the only thing is I put in the Slack last week or the week before how to request an account for reservations. So make sure that you request one if you need something for spring, because we open on February 27th for our spaces. That is all.
Thank you. Now, let's jump in.
Hey, hello, happy Tuesday. No time for me today. I have been sick the past couple of days, so if I owe you a message, I promise I'm almost done getting through everything, so please expect that soon. This coming Friday, there is a Dialogue Across Difference event. It's called Working Across Difference: Skills for Constructive Engagement in a Polarized Time, which I think is very relevant to everyone at this table. And that is this coming Friday on the 9th from 12 to 2 in the clubhouse at the tennis center. I will send the info and the invite in our Slack. Highly encourage you to attend. CalFresh is now accepted at the Louisville Commons store. So that's so exciting. I think that's like all of our stores now. I think so, yeah. So love that. Another friendly reminder that if you have a funding body, that your allocations are due weekly to SGA, not quarterly, not once a year, weekly. Thank you. And that's my next one. Yeah. It do be week 5. And we have been telling you since week 1 that recs are due this week. By Friday. All fall recs are due by Friday. And this particularly is important, again, if you have a funding body, recs that accounts from fall that are unused and have no recs submitted by Friday or no contact with us about an extenuating circumstance. Those accounts will be closed so that you can reallocate that money in spring. If you have any questions about that, let us know. Last thing from me is tomorrow is indeed the last chance to sign up for the talent show, the ASUCLA talent show. And I know our wonderful Naomi is performing, is that correct? Yeah, so not only should you come support your lovely president, but you should come perform alongside her. So the details for that are also in the Slack, but feel free to let me know if you have questions. Have a good day.
Smoky breath. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So now we'll be moving into new business. We don't have any old business today. We're gonna start with the resolution. John.
Yeah. So Eva actually said that that was supposed to be stricken as well as the presentation. So can we do a retroactive, proactive, whatever active strike? Oh, both of them? Table. Yeah, table both of them to next week.
Question for y'all, because the first one matters is executive session. Is it possible that we do the discussion on the incomplete notations first before we go into executive session? Because then we can close out the meeting after that. Is that okay with people?
Yes.
All right, I got a yes from Megan. Sounds good. So let's go ahead and discuss on the implementations. Sujana, go ahead and lead us into that conversation.
Yes, exactly. So I think I've been kind of like speaking about incomplete notations in my officer reports, kind of throughout my term, but I feel like I've recapped it so many times, I probably don't need to recap it anymore. But the official proposal that's being brought to undergraduate council and graduate council is placed on the agenda for this Friday, which is so exciting. But it was definitely a process because we were asked for a lot of things to supplement the proposal, including, confirmations of like feasibility from the registrar, for example, as well as certain data points. And many different things. And so one important thing that I would like to bring to the table is a demonstration that the undergraduate community is also in support of this proposal. And so that's why, kind of to accompany this discussion item, I have a sign-on letter, which I sent in Slack, but the one that I'm sending here on Zoom is an editable link if you would like to add your name on the bottom. But just to kind of recap what you're seeing in the letter and for anybody following along, this just demonstrates what we would like the policy to be changed to, which is a permanent and complete removal of incomplete notations. Um, and the reason that permanent and incomplete is important is because the transcript is used kind of for many different things, sent externally to employers, but also internally between departments. That's especially relevant for grad students, and so on. And so kind of clarifying that it's a complete removal. And also complete is important so that to say that there would be kind of no indication that an incomplete was received. And then it shows this sign-on letter also details what policy is now, which is that permanent incomplete notation remains on that student's transcript forever. And then we explain some of the reasoning behind our advocacy for this change, which I think I've touched on a few times as well. But this really does harm students' opportunities post-grad and within their undergraduate or graduate time. It disproportionately affects students with disabilities, with dependents, with chronic illnesses, and so on and so forth. And as part of our proposal to the Academic Senate, we've also been collecting actually public testimonies from undergraduate and graduate students to back this up. And we've been getting so many responses and so many students sharing their stories of what a hard time they're having with this. And so another thing I would like to ask, if as along with signing on to the letter, if you're interested, is to repost the post made by the Disabled Student Union on Instagram, which is collecting responses for this QR code. I should actually cross-post it to the AAC feed, but I posted it to my story, so you can also find it there. That would be very helpful. And yeah, that's about it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Once we bring it to Senate, it is up to them to vote. Student representatives actually don't have voting power, so we do just need to focus on persuading the faculty and the faculty members. But hopefully it goes well. This has been like 3 or 4 years in the making, and I definitely have not done like all of the hard work. This has been all the hard work of everyone who's come before me, and especially the people working in the Disabled Student Union and on the grad side. I've just been a part of it this year, so.
Yeah, thank you so much, Susan. And I just wanted to clarify, did you say their meetings on Friday or Thursday? Just so I know when to keep reposting the
Oh, yes, Friday.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your work and on this and helping advocate for various portions. Yeah, definitely recommend everyone to read through the letter, sign on if you would like to, and definitely repost. I saw the book reposting on most commissioners' pages, but definitely if you can, I think it would definitely help gather the feedback and testimonies from various students. But yeah.
Wait, can I actually share something? That was so cool that I just found out today, which is that someone on the UCSA side was able to connect with President Drake regarding this issue. And he even actually expressed his intention to kind of write something to back us up on this because we're actually the only UC campus that has a policy this way. So I'm very optimistic. But sorry, I just thought that was cool. So
Oh, that's cool. Love that. Okay. Anything else folks would like to say about this? Jump in.
I put it in, oh yeah, okay, you just responded to John. I was saying, how do we sign on? Is it like,
Oh yeah, it's in the Slack and then also in the Zoom, but yeah.
okay, no,
I'm gonna jump.
because was it edible or?
Oh,
Okay, now it is. Okay, I signed it. All right, thank you.
Cool. All right, anything else going once, going twice? 3 times. All right. So now we will go ahead into executive session at 7:49 PM. So,
I do stop the
I
live,
have to
right?
go to executive session. I am so sorry. I've not done this in a while. Okay. So we just motion.
Yeah, so motion, second and vote,
Okay.
and then as.
What's that?
So motion second and a vote to enter executive session. And as a reminder, it will not be in the minutes and not be live streamed. So we'll have to turn off USAC Live during and also clear out the attendees in the Zoom. And then folks can re-enter once we come back to public session. And for that, after you re-enter public session, you'll just provide an update on whether any action was taken or not. And then from there, you can go ahead and adjourn your meeting.
Thank you. All right, can I have a motion to enter executive session? John?
Motion to enter executive session.
I second.
All right, John motions, Alicia seconds, all in favor, please raise your hands. Please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. With 11-0-0 vote, we are now entering executive session. So